Hello and welcome to our English Listening Practice podcast. We're so happy to have you here today. In this episode, we'll talk about studying for a test, a topic every student knows well. Get comfortable, listen carefully, and enjoy learning with us. I woke up early this morning, the sun shining through my window, reminding me that today was an important day. I had a big test in my English class, and I needed to be prepared. I got out of bed, brushed my teeth, and went to the kitchen to have breakfast. My mom had made toast and eggs, and I ate quickly, thinking about the grammar rules I needed to remember. After breakfast, I gathered my books and notes and sat at the dining table to review. I opened my notebook to the section on verb tenses, reading through the examples my teacher had given us. I repeated them aloud: I eat, I ate, I will eat. I tried to make sentences: yesterday, I ate pizza. Today, I eat salad. Tomorrow, I will eat pasta. It helped me understand the differences between past, present, and future tenses. Next, I moved on to vocabulary. I had a list of new words we had learned: important, prepare, review, grammar, example. I wrote each word on a flashcard, with the definition on the back. I tested myself, looking at the word and trying to remember the meaning. If I got it right, I put the card in one pile; if I got it wrong, I put it in another to review again. I spent about an hour doing this, feeling more confident as I went along. Then, I decided to practice listening. I opened my laptop and went to a website with English listening exercises. I chose a beginner-level conversation between two friends talking about their weekend plans. I listened carefully, trying to catch every word. After listening once, I played it again, this time reading the transcript along with the audio. This helped me connect the spoken words with their written forms. I repeated this process with a few more conversations, improving my listening skills. Feeling a bit tired, I took a short break. I went outside for a walk around the block, enjoying the fresh air and letting my mind relax. After about 15 minutes, I returned home, ready to continue studying. I decided to call my friend, Sarah, to see if she wanted to study together. She answered the phone and agreed to come over. When she arrived, we sat down at the table and reviewed our notes together. We quizzed each other on vocabulary, took turns explaining grammar rules, and practiced speaking in English. Sarah asked me, "What did you do yesterday?" I replied, "I studied for the test." She smiled and said, "Good job." We laughed and continued practicing. After a couple of hours, we felt prepared. Sarah went home, and I decided to relax for the rest of the evening. I watched a movie in English with subtitles, trying to pick up new words and phrases. Before going to bed, I reviewed my flashcards one last time. I felt ready for the test. The next morning, I arrived at school early. My classmates were gathered outside the classroom, discussing the test. Some were nervous, others confident. I joined them, sharing my thoughts and calming my nerves. When the teacher arrived, we entered the classroom and took our seats. She handed out the test papers, and I took a deep breath before starting. The questions covered grammar, vocabulary, reading comprehension, and writing. I read each question carefully, taking my time to answer. I felt confident in my responses, thanks to the studying I had done. After finishing the test, I reviewed my answers before turning it in. I left the classroom feeling proud of my effort. Later that week, the teacher returned our graded tests. I was thrilled to see that I had scored an A. All the hard work had paid off. I thanked my teacher and shared the good news with my family and friends. This experience taught me the value of preparation and the importance of consistent study habits. I realized that with dedication and practice, I could achieve my goals. From that day on, I continued to apply these study techniques to other subjects, improving my overall academic performance. I also began helping my classmates who struggled with English, sharing the methods that had worked for me. Together, we formed a study group, meeting regularly to review material, practice speaking, and support each other. Our group grew stronger, and we all benefited from the collaborative learning environment. As time went on, I became more confident in my English skills. I started reading books in English, writing short essays, and even participating in class discussions. My teacher noticed my progress and encouraged me to keep pushing myself. I set new goals, such as watching English movies without subtitles and writing a journal in English. These activities helped me immerse myself in the language, making learning more enjoyable. One day, our teacher announced that there would be an English speech contest at school. She encouraged all of us to participate. At first, I was hesitant, unsure if I was ready to speak in front of an audience. But with the support of my friends and teacher, I decided to give it a try. I chose a topic I was passionate about, the importance of learning languages. I wrote my speech, practiced it multiple times, and received feedback from my peers. On the day of the contest, I stood on stage, nervous but prepared. I delivered my speech with confidence, and the audience applauded. Although I didn't win first place, I was proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone. This experience further motivated me to continue improving my English skills. I realized that learning a language is a journey, filled with challenges and rewards. By staying dedicated and embracing opportunities to practice, I could continue to grow. I also began exploring other resources to aid my learning. I found online courses, language exchange partners, and educational apps that provided additional practice. These tools allowed me to learn at my own pace and focus on areas where I needed improvement. I made it a habit to dedicate time each day to studying English, even if it was just for a few minutes. This consistency helped reinforce my knowledge and build my confidence. As I progressed, I set new goals, such as achieving a high score on an English proficiency exam. I researched the exam format, practiced sample questions, and sought guidance from my teacher. After months of preparation, I took the exam and achieved a score that exceeded my expectations. This accomplishment opened new opportunities for me, including scholarships and exchange programs. I applied for a student exchange program and was accepted to study abroad for a semester. Living in an English-speaking country allowed me to immerse myself in the language and culture. I attended classes, made new friends, and experienced daily life in a different environment. This experience broadened my perspective and deepened my appreciation for language learning. Upon returning home, I shared my experiences with my classmates, encouraging them to pursue similar opportunities. I emphasized the importance of setting goals, staying motivated, and embracing challenges. Together, we continued to support each other in our language learning journeys. Reflecting on my progress, I realized how far I had come since that first test. What started as a simple desire to do well on an exam had evolved into a passion for language learning and personal growth. I learned that with determination, practice, and support, I could overcome obstacles and achieve my goals. This journey taught me valuable lessons about perseverance, self-discipline, and the power of education. I am grateful for the experiences and people who have helped me along the way, and I look forward to continuing this journey of learning and discovery. Great job listening today. We hope you learned some helpful words and phrases to use in your own study routine. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and don't forget, every day is a chance to improve. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.